it's time to pack for Japan. So to give you context, we're leaving for Japan in 2 days. It's a little messy because I've been working on a cosplay and I've been recovering from bronchitis, so I might sound a little stuffed up. I guess it's better to get sick before the trip than after. Nonetheless, I've been to Japan 2 times already, so I am going to show you what I packed. Starting off strong, we have a bunch of portable chargers because you're going to need your phone for taking photos, videos, for local travel. Like trying to figure out what subway you have to get on and off is really, really important. So that's where your phone comes in handy. So we make sure to bring so many portable chargers, different types. Some are small and easy to put in a purse. Some are a little thicker for like heavy duty charging. All of these are good, okay? Try to bring a couple if you can. Next up, the phone. Of course, you want to bring your phone. I got a new case for this trip because I realized last time I was holding my phone, I was holding the vlog camera, and I was holding other stuff, and it was really hectic to try to juggle all of those around. So I got a phone that has clips. This is great because you could just slide it on your wrist, or you can clip it onto your bag or anything. Like, it's super useful and makes it so your phone isn't a hassle. So check it out. It is a little bunny case. It also comes with a little pocket here. I'm not using it for my credit card or anything. I'm actually going to be using it for my Icoca card. The Icoca card is so good, okay? So it just pays for like trains, subways, everything. Coin lockers in the stations. You could even pay for stuff in certain convenience stores with it. A lot. You can use this almost as like a debit card. So I have this, and I'm just gonna put it here. Hopefully, I think I'd never actually tried it, but okay. So it fits. Nice and snug there, nice and easy. So now, hopefully, when I go to take a train, when you're scanning it, it'll just scan right away. And it's a bunny, it's so cute.
So quick update on this coming back from Japan, okay, as I'm editing. This did not work. It was too thick, so it wouldn't read the Icoca card. So until further notice, I'm sticking with the Jirachi card holder. If you're gonna get something like this, make sure the plastic here is thin enough. This is really thin. Like I thought it was gonna be thin enough, and it's just plastic, but it was not. So it's gotta be something like this. I had to keep pulling out the Icoca card and scanning it. So sad. But as you can see, there's more additions to the phone. This is super useful. There's scissors. It was actually a gift from our good friend Lopner, and these don't get taken away by airport security. They're advertised as airport safe. These really came in handy when we were like buying new clothes, cutting the tags, opening Pokemon card packs. So this is nice. This is useful, and it's really compact. So sad. It would have been so useful, but unfortunately it just became a hassle.
This is what I was using originally. Super cute, from the Pokemon Center. It was a little hassle because it was on my purse and I would have to like lift it to try to scan it quickly. It was like a whole thing that I was like, oh my gosh, what if my bag is open or something by accident and stuff spills? The subway scanning ticket lane is the scariest place to get stuck, okay? So I don't want to do that. So this was the bag in question that I was using. You can see there's already a lot of stuff connected to it. I dump everything in this. So there's so much going on that it's a little scary to have to lift up to find the Icoca card and then scan it. Another important thing I will mention is a coin purse. You will get a lot of coins. They use a lot of coins. And so put them in one place, okay? Whether it's this cute little guy or even just this, something. You need a coin purse because I promise you, I came back to the Philippines with so much yen that I didn't even know I had because they were all coins. I swear in the jar that we have, there's probably a couple thousand yen just in coins. So make sure you bring a coin purse and actually use it. Don't just dump your coins in your purse and then dig them out when you come home and realize that there's thousands of yen just in the purse. That's mainly a reminder to myself. From the first time I went to Japan, which was also in March, I learned some very serious things. It is cold. Okay, I may be Canadian, but I've been living in the Philippines for quite some time, so I am used to warm weather. So I am packing appropriately this time because last time I didn't get to wear any cute outfits because I was borrowing my tita's coat and bundled up the entire time. First up, we got some fleece leggings. Okay, I got a couple pairs. I also have a flesh colored one because I want to wear skirts. I want to wear skirts still. So these ones are lightly lined with fleece. There's not going to be any snow. I used to wear these in Canada during the winter time as well, just a little bit thicker. So these should keep my legs nice and warm. These ones even have like a cute heart design, so I'm excited. I'm also bringing some leg warmers. They're fashionable, but they will also keep me warm. And this time I prepared my own coat. This cute one. I know, I can't believe it. Buying a coat in the Philippines, crazy work. It's not the thickest, but it will do its job. There's fur lining, and I tried it on already. It's pretty cute. So this will be my go-to jacket. I'm probably gonna be wearing this every day. So I'm gonna plan my outfits to match with this. I also got some cute little earmuffs that I can wear, so I don't have to wear a hat all the time. My ears will be warm. I also got some cute little slip-ons that have fur inside them that I'm gonna be using for some of the walking, because last time I only had my running shoes, so every day my feet were cold and sore from doing 20K steps. With shoes, you'll probably only rotate through like 1 or 2 pairs, so bring something that's more comfortable, and then a pair of running shoes, especially if you're planning to walk or take the train. Sometimes you might have to stand, so you want comfortable walking shoes. The first time I went to Japan, I definitely overpacked clothes. I brought too many like shirts and sweaters and pants that I didn't end up wearing because I was so focused on warmth that I was like, no, none of this. At least now, I lose a little space with the winter coat and everything, and I am recovering from sickness, so I am prioritizing the warmth over the space. The next thing I have, face masks and meds. I've been taking meds, so I keep track of them with this. I also have face masks because, one, I'm still sick, so hopefully by the time like we're in Japan, I won't be sick anymore, but you know, this is good to have. As well as these keep your face warm when you're desperate. I was using them a lot the first time I went just because I was so cold and my face was so cold. So this will be my health combo. Luckily, we're staying at an Airbnb this time. My second trip to Japan, we also stayed at a bunch of different Airbnbs, which were God tier, okay? They come with a lot of amenities. The one that we're gonna be staying at has a washing machine, so I'll be able to re-wash clothes, meaning I have to pack less. Next, we have a travel bag. I just got this one. I'm gonna be putting all my makeup, my skincare, toiletries, everything is gonna be in this bag, so it's convenient and it doesn't get messy. So yeah, deodorant, easy fix, right there. Of course, if you're staying at a hotel, there's toiletries there, but you know, if you have anything specific, like I have purple hair, so I use purple shampoo. So that's gonna be coming with me. We have this that opens up. So we have another like plastic case here, and then we have a screen case here. Oh, I still have the bubble in it. Wow. Some Airbnbs are like better than hotels, while some don't really have much. So pack just in case. But of course, if there's something that you forget, you can always go to the convenience store or Don Quixote to grab some stuff. I think you can find it cheaper in like more local places, maybe the supermarket. But for sure, if you want certainty and you don't want to waste time, Donkey is the place. The goal of this packing is that I will only fill one side. So that way, all the stuff that I get in Japan can fill the other side. If you're gonna buy anything, try to buy things that are compact. But if you're buying anime figures and such, you might need to buy another suitcase. You can find suitcases for cheap, especially in Tokyo. This suitcase here was actually 5K in Japan. We got a second one because we had too much stuff. If you're not planning to go that crazy, bring a big ass bag so you can fit a bunch of treats in here without having to pay a full price for a suitcase. Next up is just a couple of fun, quirky items I want to bring. You don't have to, but whatever makes your trip special, okay? So first is La Sardinia. It is a film camera. I don't know, it uses film. So you have to you have to get them produced. I don't know how that works, okay? I've only used digital cameras. Next up, one of my favorite things to do, okay? I started this on my last trip and I got bullied for it for all my friends because I don't know, maybe there's a disconnect between cultures, but it is a stamp book. And I recommend everybody should do this. I try to give a page to each stamp, but sometimes the stamps aren't too big, so you could fit multiple. So I just keep this in my little tote bag and take it around me everywhere, because you never know when there's going to be a stamp. A couple tips: don't forget your eSIM. Load that up before you land in Japan, just so you're ready to go, because you're probably going to need it immediately, especially to find out like what train or bus you're going to be taking to get out of the airport. And one other thing before I forget, bring like a little folder thing that you can throw into your backpack. We print out the plane itinerary, so like the flight in, the flight out. We also print out the Airbnb or hotel if you're staying at a hotel. Print out all those details and have them in both like Japanese and English, so you can read it. And if you need to give it to like airport staff, need to look at it like, oh hey, how do I get to this hotel? They can easily be like, oh, I know this place. Let me show you. All your paperwork, just in case. My passport is in here as well. Don't forget, this is just extra precaution in case. Now I will properly finish packing. Hopefully this will help you pack for your eventual trip to Japan.